The next step in your persuasive research essay is to create an outline. Essentially, you're going to take the information you put on your note sheets that you found by reading your research and your prior knowledge, and you're going to create an outline of your essay. Creating an outline is an important part of the writing process because if you don't organize your thoughts, oftentimes your essay will become too jumbled and not cohesive, which is not a solid quality for an A-type essay. So I'm just going to walk you through a couple aspects of outlining. So I'm going to go back to a basic note sheet I started this unit with. So you're making a claim in your essay, you're giving your reasons, which are your body paragraphs, you're putting evidence within, which is all the evidence you have on your note sheet, you're explaining your evidence, which is your analysis. You have to bring up the other side, your counterclaim or counter argument. So I have this template. So the introduction and conclusion, it's okay if they're not perfect on this outline, but you should still start to put information on here. So introduction, you want to grab our attention. You start out with broad facts about your topic, and then you kind of go down to narrow facts that are more for your side and about maybe the arguments you're going to make. And so good things to put here are maybe summary statements you have on your notes. And then you end with your thesis or position statement, so what you're proving to your reader. Your body will have 3 body paragraphs. Those are all these capital letters. When you organize them, the weakest point that you think you're making should be the first one. And then your mediocre one will be your second body paragraph, and then your strongest will be your third body paragraph, because you want to end with your strongest point for your reader to remember. So I start with my topic sentence because I'm following the TICA format that we've been following all year. So I have my topic sentence. The only addition is you have to include your counter argument or your counterclaim in each paragraph, what the other side may think. A very strong place to do this in a persuasive research essay is right after your topic sentence. So you're saying, this is what I'm going to talk about. Some people might think this way, but the rest of my paragraph is going to prove why I'm right and they're wrong. You could also bring this up after your last piece of evidence if you feel it works best, but I think it makes a really strong case to do it first. So then you introduce your evidence, the eye of TICA. You have your quote or paraphrase. You need to have a combo. These are from your note sheet. Then your analysis of that. Transition to your next evidence and your third. Ending with, of course, your clincher for the paragraph, pulling all the ideas together for that one paragraph. Then your body paragraph 2 and 3 follow the exact same format. Your conclusion is slightly different, and I'm going to make a little video about that later on. But your conclusion for a persuasive research essay should leave your reader with something to do. So you want to start by rewording your thesis, different words, different way. Quickly provide an analytical summary of the key points you made. And this part is new. A call to action. So what should your audience do to act upon what you're asking them to believe in, what you're trying to prove to them? Then you end with concluding statements. So I will put this on Seesaw and my CMH. And I also did a sample body paragraph for you based on smoking cessation, my same topic. So you could just see what a body paragraph looks like. So I have my topic sentence, I have my counter argument, and then I'm going into my first piece of evidence. Okay, so you notice I'm putting a lot of words here. So it's not just like one word outline. You're putting in at least phrases. I put sentences because what's going to happen, I'm going to show you in the next step, I can just turn this into a paragraph when I'm done. So one of the important things to include are your citations. So you need to include after your evidence, whether it's a direct quote or down here, I have a paraphrase, where you got that from. Okay, so that is from your works cited page, you can find that information, or your note sheets. I'm going to show you my example works cited so I can show you how I knew what goes in the parentheses. So you always put what's first before the first period. So if I were making a citation for this, it would be this in my parentheses. If I were making it for this one, it would be Clinton. This one in my parentheses would be Dean. This one would be Ebert. This one would be Gowdy. This one would be LeBroux. Here, I want to show you this one. So when you have more than 3 authors, what your citation is going to be is the first author's name and et al. So I don't have to type all of those then, because that could be lengthy. So if I were citing this one, oops, it would end up looking like this in my parentheses. This one would be Nordhaus. This would be Schulte. And then Zawa. So everything I highlighted would be your parenthetical citation. So if you need my help with that, let me know. So back to my example. I can do this. Okay. I have my evidence and then my analysis. And then I move on to my next piece of information and I analyze it. You notice I use transition words. Then I move on to my next piece of evidence and I analyze it. And then I end with my clincher. So I'm pulling everything together. So there is an example of a body paragraph. So your next step is your outline, and the better you do your outline and the more time and effort you put into it, the rest of your essay will be easy peasy because you have the majority of your information taken care of on the outline. Happy outlining!